let's take a quick look at the 20 pieces of junk mail journal that I haven't really shown you in a little while. So this is my 20 pieces of junk mail. I've got it, you guys pretty much saw me, well at least a bunch of you saw the collaging pieces over. And when I first started to do it, I was kind of decorating as I went. And I stuffed a little picture in this envelope pocket and made a faux stamp. This is tea bag. So I just basically, excuse me, glued tea bag onto the envelope. And then I have a little tuck spot for journaling and a pocket. I made a couple of faux little tickets. Didn't do a lot of decorating with this or anything within the journal just yet. I'm just kind of getting it ready to do the decoration. I sewed in a couple of pieces of avocado dyed paper. So I got, you know, some little journaling pages there and a pocket here. So where is one of those little pieces of paper? Okay, so I have a pocket right here. This here was off a little travel booklet that I grabbed when we were in the Keys, but I can't find it now, so I don't know where it is, because that's what I was going to use to pretty much decorate it. So I just have to go through my stuff and you know, find more bits and pieces for decorating. And I did a little bit of stenciling and stamping. This here, for those of you who haven't seen up to this part yet, this was a Discover brochure. And I just put some paper over top of it so that it can be used for journaling or tucking pictures. We might make a pocket or two out of them eventually. But like I said, I'm just kind of getting it ready for decoration. So I've just been covering the pages and things like that. So this here was a Delta Airlines credit card ad. And I just covered the words up with that Discover card thing. And I didn't cover this page at all. And this is a piece of a white folder that I did some stamping and stenciling, and I just covered, you know, this was from a hospital, so I got that stuff covered with a doily. Here's the pocket from the folder because I tore it in half. So I covered it with bags from Kelly's shop. So these are the bags that she sells these, but you, if you ever order from her, usually they come in either a glassine bag or one of these bags here. And then this here was 2 little pages that was from a prescription informational piece. And I glued them together and made a pocket. So you can kind of see the pocket. And then these are just a bunch of little scrappy pieces of paper that I made a little pad out of. And then these are different envelopes that I have glued together. And I have some blue, it's like a Kool-Aid almost. I think it was a Kool-Aid. It was like one of those little flavor packets that you, you know, put in a water bottle. And I sprayed that on the paper, so that's where I got the blue. I wanted it kind of blue because this is blue. And I have them glued together. I covered up the cellophane windows. I did keep the pocket on this one, and I'm debating whether to sew in some papers here like I did here. I may or may not, I don't know. And then this, because it was all solid one color, I haven't really decided what to do with it yet. I don't know if I'm going to put, you know, like a lighter piece of paper on it or not, so that it can be journaled on, or just decorate it. And then I didn't do anything on the other side yet either. This was some kind of coupon thing for one of those mail order dinner food clubs where they send you a box and you make dinner, that I sewed in and just covered each individual page so that they can be journaled on. And this is another Delta credit card ad. I get a lot of credit card stuff in the mail. Fortunately, I have them all paid up, and so everybody thinks I need more. So I just covered where the words were here, but I didn't cover the picture. And then this is the other part of it. I did cover this part and left the airplane. So I think what I'll probably do when this is all done is the next time my guy and I take a road trip, I'll take it with me and literally journal in it. This here is just a piece of paper that I used a part of it for something, but the rest of it I think I'm going to glue right here. I haven't done that yet. I was saving it for when we were together. And this here is just papers that are, this right here is what these are. So the stuff that's under me while I'm crafting, I usually save them and cut them apart and use them in my projects. So that's what this is. But I'm going to sew this in here too, and I'll probably do that while we're together as well. And then I think I just went ahead maybe another page or so. So I, covered this up so it could be journaled on, because it had writing all over the place. And now the blue folder again that's nice and blank. I just took a piece of packaging and put some coffee dyed paper on it, so it's a journal card. And then this is of course one of the window envelopes, and I'm going to make a specimen card out of it. So this I actually sprayed with the blue. Can you kind of see it against the white maybe? Does it look blue? But I'm going to make a little specimen card out of this probably too. So I have that tucked in here, but I haven't gone much further than that. I did cover this piece here and this little flap from the big envelope that's kind of upside down and backwards. But we're almost through the whole thing. It's just a matter of doing a little bit more. So here's like the other page where I had these two pieces covered and I left the airplane. And then the pages that are all text, that's where I, on the one in the closer to the front, am sewing some papers. So we're almost done. But if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and put some of this together. So, how is everybody? I've been doing all the talking so far. I hope everyone's doing well. That life is starting to become a little more normal. Let me just grab. I was using this. This is my glue piece of paper right now. So I'm just going to glue this down to here. So I don't know how many of you know that I'm actually kind of retired. I left my job about 1 year and 3 months ago, and I've been loving every minute of it, but have been kind of thinking about going back to work part-time because, there's always still bills, right? And if you're not making money, you're spending money. So, Bob just had some major surgery on his mouth, so it seems like a good time as any to go back to work. And then my brother calls at the same time that Bob is calling me, telling me he needs surgery and he wants me to come work in his office. So I met with his office manager, and it looks like I'm going back to work, friends. So I don't know. I'm going to be a medical receptionist and check people in and out. He is a chiropractor. So he's been the Naples' best chiropractor for almost 10 years now. So I've got this right here, but I don't care. I'm going to sew this one in, but I think I'm going to sew this one backwards so that the stitches are out here. So that means that I'm going to have a little bit less time for all this stuff, which is a little on the sad side. But I think it'll force me to be a little more efficient in my timing, you know, the time that I spend with my crafts and the time that I spend with you guys. So for anybody who's new and is watching this, or who might watch this in the replay, I'm going to do a little 3 pamphlet stitch. And what I did is I took basically 3 lengths of what I need. So, and then a little bit more. This is waxed thread. Kelly has it in her shop, and she sells it in these nice big spools. I think they're like $12, but you'll never need any more ever. I have it in white and sand, like a sandy tan color, and the pink. I'm just looking for a needle, and I think this is going to be the one I use. So anyway, we're going to give Betty's technique a try again. I haven't really mastered it just yet. So let me think about this a second. I want to tie it out here so the ends to come out this way. So I think I need to go in here and out there, right? I think my cat's meowing at the door. He never does that. Okay. Can you guys hear him? There was a time when that particular cat never made a peeping sound. He was always so quiet. So I'm just going out. And I'm going to go all the way to the other side. And I don't have it quite centered on the other side, so here I'm just going to go ahead and go straight in. Hopefully I'm in frame. I'm just pushing it in. The other end is still right here, and I'm going to pull this in. And now the way Betty does it is she takes both of these out at the same time. She just threads them both through the needle. So that way, potentially, you're not going to split any threads because you're not going back through a hole that already has a piece of thread in it. So, is anybody out there? Hello? Alright, so now I'm just going to go out here and pull this through. and then slide the needle out. Now when you do a signature, sewing it in like that, and then you have your two pieces that you're going to tie to secure it, you want to make sure, hi Steph, thank you. You want to make sure that there's a piece on either side of the one that goes all the way through. So that way, when you tie it in a knot, it's potentially more secure. I don't want to tie it too tight because this here isn't really a heavy cardboard. It's kind of like a card stock. And now I'm going to tie it in a bow. No, I'm not. I'm just going to leave it. And I'm going to trim it kind of like this piece over here is. So see how it is? I trimmed it so it's just longer than the journal. Can you see it? I'm going to do the same thing here, because what I might do is end up putting like charms on it or something. But now I have paper sewn in to this part of the 20 pieces of junk mail journal. I think I'm going to leave all this text too, so that I can use it to kind of frame pictures. You know what I mean? And then this here opens up for journaling. I think maybe I'll put a little tab here that goes over the front of it. Wonder if I have a piece of cardstock close by. Let's see. This is kind of the box that I have all the pieces that I have used and haven't used. Other pieces of garbage. Maybe I can glue a piece on here and then cut it out. Because I got a bunch of these pieces. Alright. So, oops. So I'm just pushing this flat. And I have a circle punch. This is a 2-inch circle punch. And I don't think I glued it close enough to the edge over where most of the glue is. Let's see if this works. Okay. So now I'm just going to glue like half of it here so that the other half just kind of tucks in underneath it. Okay. Can I send you my junk mail? That's funny. You know what? I have a whole box of stuff that I've kind of saved over time. So I have plenty. Thank you, Steph. I used to just throw it away because we have I live in an apartment complex, and I used to just throw it away right at the hut where we get all our mail. But now I bring it home because I do stuff like this. Okay. Okay. Ta-da! So now I got something to hold it closed a little bit. And we can still journal on the outside. And we can open it up and journal on the inside. Hello, Heidi. How are you? Yeah, no, I'm not going to run out, believe me. Especially with all this political stuff that's been coming in the mail. I got junk mail forever. Alright, so that's kind of all I was really going to do, I think. I do want to say thank you once again for the birthday journal. Heidi, somebody sent me a birthday journal. I got some die cutters mail and a little recipe journal and a snippet. Isn't that cool? So yeah, thank you so much, everybody. I truly appreciate it. I've been an admin to the group since, I want to say, January of last year, because I remember the New Year sale that we had, and it's been a true pleasure. I think because I've been an admin and my co-admins can attest and mods, that being such, we get to know you, I think, a little bit more. You know, because we all have like these little side conversations trying to figure stuff out and asking questions and where do I do this. But it's been nice. It's been a lot of fun, and I've truly made a lot of friends. I'm not going anywhere, but I am going to miss being able to be part of the feed as much as I have been. Thank you again, and I am going to go look and see who else went on live today. Did anybody? I'm on the East Coast, so a lot of times I'm the first one because a lot of you, I think, are, you know, Central, Mountain, and Pacific time. So we shall see. Lots of fun stuff. I truly appreciate you all. Thank you. Have a good night, guys. And be safe if you go out and have fun this weekend. If anybody goes thrifting or just plain old exploring, take a little road trip. Turn left instead of right. See where it takes you. Take care.